right, we are back. And do I want to clear this out or do I let's just clear
Sure.
this dialogue out. Oh, that's loud. That's lock. As you near, you feel vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from his past seem to call out to you. Reach out. You see a man soar through the air, hitting a nearby wall with a nauseating crunch. He doesn't get up. His attacker, a burly, clean-cut warrior with a carnivorous grin, turns and shoves his fist into the stomach of another assailant, removing another from the impromptu brawl. The bar is a whirlwind of elbows, knees, fists, and feet with no end in sight, and he is in his element. In the corner, three smaller men speak quietly, throwing malicious glances at the larger man in the center. He breaks a chair over a tattooed head, cackling. The trio positions themselves in three parts of the room, and with a terse nod, they charge. Unfortunately for them, the man sees them coming. Something in his eyes burns brightly, and all three jump to the ground, and all three slump to the ground in agony that's all in their minds. The burly man bows to a room of the unconscious and incapacitated before sauntering out, off-key whistle training behind him. Okay. Step back. That's you. Shane shakes Maureen. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of the man's soul. Reach out. You see an emaciated boy in chains, black holes for eyes, staring sightlessly at the wall. A man in a dark coat walks in, a scroll and idly shaped quill in his hand. The boy glances at him expressionless, a corpse waiting for animation. The man clucks at him, disapproval clear in his tone. The boy stands, limbs hanging. The man takes the quill and begins to write on the boy's chest, copying sharp angular symbols from the scroll. The child doesn't flinch as a quill digs into his skin, drawing blood as it goes. The wizard finishes with a flourish and barks some arcane command, setting the symbols to glow dully. The boy cries out, knees hitting the stone hard, his chest burning black and red. Finally, the glow disappears, leaving only the hard black scars etched into the skin. He slumps sideways, twitching, eyes facing the back of his skull. The wizard grunts, kicking him on the leg on his way out. The boy lies on the floor until dawn, eyes still black like holes and twitching, growing into convulsive shapes. That was a lot. Sila Amen. Oh, this is a lot. You see a long, empty road cutting through two large crop fields. The air is silent and the land seems to still for early afternoon. The woman walks slowly on the road, leading a horse, curiously looking around. She seems to sense something wrong, but is unable to discern what it is. She stops sniffing the air, her nose high. Her brow crinkles and she casts about, looking for something. The air is clear, no clouds. She sniffs again, still looking around, confusion clouding her face, mouthing a single word. Fire? She looks out across the fields, her confusion turning to fear. She holds her hand up to block the sun from her eyes and scans the fields again. Not finding what she was looking for, she jumps onto the horse's back, the fear quickly becoming panic. She kicks, sending the horse shooting down the path, which bends around some trees to where the farmhouse should be. She pulls up short, horror now in residence on her face as she stands at the burned and charred mess that used to be her family's home. Tears well in her eyes as she kicks again, racing to the rubble. Okay, what was this? These bones are covered in tiny bite. Oh, that was the dog. Okay. Oh, Where are we? Oh no, let's not do that yet. There were, did we talk to, there were people here, wasn't it? Yeah. Olin says Roderick's paying gold wages for new hands. Good for them. Caruser. Grab a drink, friend. Not much else of worth in this town, says the woman from Thine. Hey, oh, we did talk to you already. Go back out. Okay. Do you hear the bell? Bad news, I think. And I told her that's not the that's not the pistol. That's funny. Okay. Back. Want to make sure we talk to everybody. Pretty sure. Yeah, we did. But let's talk to the drunkard. And who are you then? Another fool come to answer Radrick's invitation. Our great lord had my sister run out of town after the boy was born. She was the only family I had left. Not sure where she is now. Blazes, I need another drink. Oh, wow. Okay, but I did have some things. Rumors. People are having trouble giving birth. We know that. We also know that the hallowed born child or infants born without a soul and started occurring after the Saints' War ended. Okay. Save that. Anything else?
Hail and well met.
There we go. I could use some reliable help. Do you know if anyone looking for work? Oh well, I wouldn't say I would speak for experience, but we do have certain sorts coming for work, for looking for work coming by looking for work from time to time. This must be the hirelings. If you want to hire someone, I'd be happy to send them your way. Maybe later. All right. No. Let's head out. We do need to go back to the freaking tree, which was here with the deer. Let's see. You know what? Let's go look. This L takes fun to you. Okay. Wait, anything here? What is this? Okay. This worn dog-eared book is titled "Travels Upon the Calgulus Sea." There is an etched illustration of Fast, fine, Leviathan. Who are you? Afra. A dry-wood woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you
Gods
enter.
keep you.
Oh, well, finally, I was starting to. The woman makes a startled noise when she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? I just arrived in Gilded Vale. I thought you I like I thought I'd get to know the locals. Were you with one of the caravan? She looks at you hopefully. Master Odemus? Oh, are you the sister? Master Master Odemus by chance? You know Odema? Well, no more than most here, I'd say. He doesn't usually come this way, but they say he's a reliable old fellow. She pauses, brows furrowing. Wait, why did you say new? Because he's dead, him and the rest of the caravan. Alpha covers her mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a moment, she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kaliska, it is her sister, was always so certain she could take on any danger. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. Audra sniffs. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Arthur's face crumbles and a solitary tear slides down her cheek. Why did you send for her? She wipes her eyes. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kaliska as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. Every child? That's actually interesting. So all of them have been hallowed born. It happened to so many mothers, and Lord Radric, he exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the guy's disfavor. She sniffs. With my Hathard gone, I don't know how managed if I lost my home too. Ooh, Wayfarers and Gold Pack Nights. That's cool. I hope Kaliska could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child from being hollowborn, but she moved south to Enslow's campus 2 seasons ago. Oh, what's the name? Ranga, old midwife, and Unslog Compass said to help prevent hollowborns. Oh, the journey's too far for me. I can't make it if I am. I can't make it as I am, but I don't have anyone else now. With Callisto's gone, more tears run down her face. Please, can you help me? I'll find her. 20 copper. She blinks eyes wide. You will? Oh, God bless you. Here, I'll give you coin to pay with her with. I wouldn't trouble you with. I wouldn't trouble yourself with that. I know it's a drink she fashions out of. Well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Onslaught's campus is what we call the lagoon to the south. You have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. She claps her hands together. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. She sets her hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears. Okay, mother's plea.
Gods keep you.
I hope Ronka agrees to help. I honestly don't know what else I can do. Any chance you could tell me a few things about Gilded Vale? I can certainly try. What would you like to know? Offer. I don't know if this is important. If she's important or not. Okay. Tell me about the village. Let me think. We're farmers mostly. There's always been work and opportunity for people coming in from elsewhere, in the old days at least. The Black Hammer Smithery's been here for a long time. That Tuntanu's place south of the mill. And then there's the Black Hound, just a way south of here. She sighs, trailing off. I have to admit, I don't go out much anymore. With that harbor tree out there, things weren't like they used to be, but I don't have anywhere else to go. Whose lands are these? The Rtwp family has held the title over these lands for generations. Their keepers northwest of here, past the eastern wood. She holds up a hand. I wouldn't go near mine. He doesn't see visitors or petitioners, not these days. Some people say that, well, that theirs are some bad seeds in that line. A week or so, maybe that's why she hesitates. Well, never mind. I'm sure Lord Radrick has his reasons. I don't have any more questions. Okay. Nope. Head out. Some information. Anything here? Who are you? Decent folks like you don't fare too well in these parts. Who are you? How do you know we're decent? We're a little. We try to be. What was it? Oh, more. Clink, and let's do Clink first. I may stop doing this because they're interesting stories, but it's time consuming. One of the men, okay, you see a small group of people gathered around the ruins of a house. The destruction continues outward from the single dwelling through the entire village. Not a single building still stands. Rubble is scattered everywhere. One of the men in the group leans over something in the debris. It is this man, younger, barely more than a boy. The man reaches out and shakes the boy by the shoulder. The boy makes no sound and doesn't respond to the man's disturbance. The man looks up at the other members of the group and shrugs, standing to rejoin his friends. The boy suddenly sits up, eyes wide. He scrabbles backwards away from the group, looking around in horror. The group moves towards him in unison, eliciting a yelp from the boy, who tries to move further away. A woman in the group puts out her hand, stopping the rest. She turns to them reproachfully, motions for them to stay, then looks at the boy on the ground, who is trying to push himself through what remains of a wall. He seems unaware he was even stopped. The woman slowly moves towards the boy, hands out, speaking in a low, calming tone. For a time, the boy doesn't even hear. He just closes his eyes and braces himself against the wall, expecting violence. Eventually, the woman's words work through the fear, and he hears her. He opens his tear-filled eyes and stares at her. She holds out a hand to him. He looks at it, seemingly confused by the offer, then hesitantly reaches out. She takes his hand in hers and leans down to help him stand. Oh, wow. Blocks the usurper. You see a lone man standing in the field. He looks around, surveying the crops. Occasionally, he bends to examine the leaf up close. He is intent on what he is doing, completely absorbed in his work. This man approaches him from behind. He moves slowly, but does nothing to match his approach. In his hand, he holds a large sword. There appears to be no malice or hatred in the man's demeanor. He almost seems pleased. The first man hears his approach and stands, turning away from the plant he was inspecting. His face breaks into a smile, and he opens his arms to welcome the approaching man. The smile freezes into a grimace as the second man thrusts the sword through his stomach, its blade now protruding from his back. His arm slowly falls to the side, and blood starts to drip from the sword onto the plants below the man. As the first man crumbles to his knees, the second pulls out the sword, a tear slowly falling down the cheek of his still smiling face. This is creepy. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Um, before I go to the tree, I do want to look around. What is this? Uh, perception. Oh, mine's perception, but move speed. What's this? A bush. Despite the rains, the stalks feel less dry and stiff as the locust husk. Well, where did the guy go? Or a spearing berry? If you head east, guards patrol the eastwood but not the black meadow. Are you the blacksmith? Kara? No, you're not. Well, I really do like these stories. I really do. Huh. Um. Uh. No. Yeah. No. I don't under. Wait. Step back. Why do you have a purple name? Let's look this up. Um. Um. What is this? So the gold ones are Kickstarters, which is nice. It's a good gesture, but that's the purple. Oh, I hate when people troll comments. Let's see. I have no idea. Don't wanna. Yeah, I don't want to stay too long on this.
I'll
Um.
see what I can find.
Yeah, nah. What's this? Grass scurry behind the sacks. Okay, was there anything else? I know I'm pretty sure I read that. I read you guys. See, and you're orange. You know what? I'm gonna just say it's a thing. Did we go in here? Nope. Damage reduction. Okay. How do we see all of them again? L reduction. Let's split. Let's take one. How do we split? Okay. Something we can't wear. You can't use hats. Um. Okay. Let's go in. The Drywood Part 2, The Broken Stone War. Grow it. This man and woman appear to have been deep in conversation, working at closing two bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Greetings.
She looks at her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this woman, Nanton? Huh. We did. We met you. I think we met in Velwood. I warned her about the bear. He inclines his head. Glad to see you've made it. Was there something else you wanted? Now, I feel like we are hmm, more common sense. Kind of smart, but wary and very perceptive. So let's see. I think we met in Bellwood. Warned her about the bear. You two are in good spirits for people who just lost a friend. That's unkind of you to say. I'm grieving my husband in my fashion. I'm only sorry I could not convince him to leave Gilded Vale before this happened. I'm relieved to be rid of this terrible place. That's all. It cost me the greater part of my life and now my husband, and I'm glad to be free of it. You two seem to be in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so. She laughs. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and she looks at Nunton. Well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. He reaches to take her hand. It's time for some new scenery. Okay, you two, really? What do you know? What can you tell us about Gilded Vale? She smiles wryly. Only that you'll want to be moving on as soon as you can. You have seen the tree, I imagine, but the rot goes deeper. If you were looking for work, I'd say you have a better chance of it elsewhere. We're heading to Defiance Bay ourselves, not an attic. Okay, goodbye. Oh wait, save just in case you guys have something to say about this. He didn't stop us. The bottles of Sunread is half empty. Okay. And Drywood Part 2. We were at Part 1. Okay. The Broken Stone War. In 2626 AI, a group of farmers, while clearing a farmland for planting, accidentally knocked down one of the ancient Adra menhirs of their land. The innocent act drew the ire of the native population and started what would come to be known as the Broken Stone War. When it was finally over, several thousand colonists have been killed, as well as hundreds of the Glufathans. Even though the war was technically over, the Glufathans escalated their attacks on the settlers over the next 2 years, using vicious tactics that left many colonists, several military figures, an earl, and 6 dying dead. Unable to stop the Glufathan attack, the earl selected Earl Aldrang Hadaret to the position of Gref, were respected and known to be a master of military tactics. He was tasked with dealing with the Glufathran threat. Edarin fought with the Glufathrans, led by an Arlan named Regit, for the next 2 years. Neither side could gain the upper hand on the other, resulting in a tense stalemate between the two groups. Because of this stalemate, the hostilities slowly died off, and in 2631, the Drywoodian people signed a treaty with the Glufathans. Reg would step down, the Glufathans would stop their attacks altogether, and the Drywoodian people would leave the ruins alone. Eldrin also tried to get the practice of slavery outlawed, but this was not successful. Because of this, the peace between the Drywood and Glufath is uneasy and tumultuous. Small patches of rural violence still cropped up, but were easily dealt with, as neither side wanted another war. Peace is for the weary. What's that? Let's head out. There's the windmill left, then the tree. Oh boy, should have went to the tree. We know there's more grain in there, Trumbull. You won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. A muffled shouting emerged from inside the mill. The first of you drunkards come through that door gets a shot between the eyes. Guys, hear me, Simon. Swinier. I'll put you down like a dog. Come away for now, lads, but we'll be back, Trumbull. We'll be back, Trumbull, and we'll have fair prices, or by the flame, we'll have a reckoning. Ooh. Okay. We have against the grain. Some of the villagers claim that the miller is withholding grain. And then the plea. Okay. Let's look around.
I'll see what I can find.
Let's see if we can find anything hidden. Can we? Oh, nope. All right. An elven man stands before you. His relatively stocky build suggests a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn and his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. Oh, resolve. The miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Oh, you're afraid. Get back if you value your life. Hold on, I'm not here to hurt anybody. The miller hesitates, then lowers the club. Wait, I know you. You just came into town, right? Don't tell me Singer's Swinners already got his claws into you. Guys, that's all I need. My name is Sahar. I've only just arrived in Gilded Vale. He shakes his head. You picked a bad time to come visiting Gilded Vale. Gilded Vale's had all this shine scraped off. Just a big dung heap. Just a big dung heap now. And Swineer thinks he's king of it. That's all of them. They're all of them mad. Who's Swineer? The dwarf, the one standing out there spreading lies about the village among the villagers. Bastard's been here for decades and he still hasn't got any kinder with time. The miller hesitates and lowers the club a fraction. Who are you? Is is Veneer roping foreigners into his little crusade now? What's all the ruckus? Yeah. He shakes his head. Where to begin? Swaneers ripped them up into a froth. Going on about the grain stores, claim I've hidden away most of it? All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it out of thin air, and I can't hand it off for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in, and I sell what comes out of the mill. Most of it goes to the Black Hound on the west side of town for ale, and Swaneer and his lot sure don't mind that don't mind that part. You take a look at the fields on the way into town, the crops blighted, and most of what I'm getting from the farmers, he gestures to the sacks and containers, is gone off, rotted through. I need resolve. I can't pay top prices for the blighted wheat, and I barely got enough good grain to go around. Spanir is howling after things he has no right to. Seems like a pretty clean story for a messy situation. He frowns. It's not, he pauses. Look, Spanir's always been a rotten bastard. With stores so limited, maybe I save the good stuff for people who deserve it. Offer, for instance. Okay, she's expecting a child. Should I let her starve instead? You know what? Do the villagers know about the grain supply? He looks embarrassed. Some, the innkeeper, for instance. It's better not to worry anyone. I'll be trading for supplies soon enough. If we can just keep things calm until then, we'll be in the clear. You're trying to spare them, but you need to tell the truth. The innkeeper? He winces. I wouldn't drink the ale, is all I'm saying. Maybe I ought to have a talk with Sanir then. The miller all but sags with relief. I'd be grateful if you did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're all having a hard time of it, and we'll have to make some sacrifices. We'll be in your debt for it if you can convince them. Okay, well, that's annoying. Mel, Theru, Aldrin? I'm sure Father would explain better for what just happened here. Okay. My father's a good man. He always done right by the town. You're back. Have you had any luck? I got more questions. He breathes a short laugh. What's to explain? It isn't very complicated. I can't pay top prices for blighted wheat, and I barely got enough good grain to go around. Veneer's howling after things he has no right to. All right, no more questions.
Hail and well night.
Nope, I'll be back. Is it C? Yeah, C. What's our resolve? Oh, we're literally one off. We're one off. Man. These are literally going to be my top. Internal drive. Intelligence. Perception. But I think I may stick with resolve and perception. But I really want perception to be high for her. Okay.
Sure.
Oh, sorry. Both of you. New map. What was the new map? When did I get a new map? Oh, never mind. The Smith. Oh, we have to go into the smithy as well. We haven't done that. I would like to sell. Black hammer. Come on. Commoner. Guard apprentice. Ninted and dull. The swords look ready for a forge. Let's talk to the apprentice. Don't tell Tanatu, but I think Dustin over in First Fires might have the edge on them. Wow. The bellows sigh from the furnace and the coals burn brighter still. Let's save before I do this. That's not it. Oh, can I not? Oh, that's annoying. Okay. Daily affirmations of focus and efficiency. 1. All errors can be reforged into lessons. Idelban rebuilt himself from ruin. No setback is insurmountable, not even death itself, so long as the soul is dedicated to the task. 2. Work hard, work well. Abaddon demands only honest labor and forthright service. All errors can be reforged if your first intentions are pure. 3. All ignorance can be reforged into knowledge. Master your craft. Excel at what you have been trusted to do. Do not offend your teacher by remaining a student forever. 4. Each generation must forge its successor. Teach your trade to all who are willing to learn, and in doing so, multiply the fruits of your knowledge. 5. All difficulties can be reforged into triumph. Meet strife with humility and acceptance. Let adversity temper the anger of your will, and you will never shatter. 6. Embrace your station. Fulfill the duties of your rank and meddle not in the affairs of your betters. All guilds fail at their weakest link. 7. All loss can be reforged into strength. Profitable work heals all emptiness. So long as you have the tools of your trade, you will always be able to forge wealth anew. 8. Value the works of others, and they will value your works in return. Share the harvest with the hungry, and your tools will be destitute. Wow. Okay. 9. All souls can be reforged into whatever we will. Hard work is not exclusive to life. Death is no time for complacency. Commit yourself to excellence in this cycle and the next. Okay. Okay. Let's save this. And all accounts of Tuatanu's cells. The pages are nearly empty. Okay. This Amur man is an impressive build, towering over the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and the thick arms boast carded muscle. Small ears frame the square jaw face, coated in smeared soot and arching black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome. You're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do for you? Is this your shop? That it is. That it is. Been here near on 20 years now. Seen all manner of things over the years, good luck and bad. Tuatanu glances at the guard standing watch along the wall, but the black hammer smithery remains. What do you have here? You came to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be, but we're fine weapons and armor to offer yet, all forged right here in the black hammer. What happened? We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the next delivery for near a week now and haven't seen a sign of it. Have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road the road out east is crawling with them. Or my workers ran off with the wagon themselves, maybe, to make some coin, he snorts, as if a lot would dare. He's right about the bandits. The dire situation in villages like this and the exodus to the cities have created far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. Not Tutanu scratches his jaw thinking. If you happen to be headed that way, maybe you can keep an eye out for a supply wagon or my shipment at least. They'd be cutting through the black metal, I expect, on a good road for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to his grave, Lord Radric. Tuatanu glances at the nearby guard, and that's as it should be, but it doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. I'll find your supplies. Where was the wagon traveling from? We send the wagon up to New Himar with weapons, and it swings round through Logholm and the like to purchase supplies. Shortest route back is through the Black Meadow, and the north through the Wild. He shakes his head. Had a trader come through with word they made it to Logholm, but haven't heard a thing since. I'll see them back safe and sound. I appreciate you trying anyhow. You bring back the supplies at least, and I'll have much more to offer you, a discount to start. And if you do find my workers, you give them a good smack upside the head for me. Okay, but
How do you
first,
do?
I'd like to see your wares. Okay. Let's... all right, the hatchets. What are... Let's do all but one. Hunting. No. All but one. We'll keep that crossbow. The mace. Dagger. Keep a rapier. We really don't. We're using one. Battle axe. Dagger. Sword, that's fine. Okay. This is what we needed. Rope and grappling hook. Bam. Ah, son of a gun. Do we have camping supplies? That's not good already. What's this? Oh, it's a summons. Cool. All right, let's continue. Let's trade. Let's do that. Where did the grappling hook and stuff go? Oh, there it is. Okay, next. Did that. Let's do this. Hide. Leather. Oh, this is expensive. I didn't even realize we had a scale. Scale, leather. And what's the difference? 40 minus 30. Medium. Corrode 3. I have no idea. 280. Wow. Let's get this prime bar. Do you have mace, hatchet, quarterstaff? Eh. Trade that. All right, let's inventory. Man. Oh, we do have to too. Why does the camping supplies not? Let's see.
Good day, stranger.
Where's... Let's see if we can actually buy more. Never mind. That's too much money. Oh, never mind. All right, we can't. That's fine. Save.